The snowstorm over the weekend is still causing issues for people all over the East Coast. At least 33 deaths have been attributed to the storm. Schools and government offices remain closed as crews struggle to clear streets of snow. Brian Todd reports.
The Big Dig up and down the East Coast. Major highways cleared, but smaller roads and the people who live there still buried.
It's just wet and it's heavy, and then it's 2 feet, almost 2 feet tall.
The damage throughout the region is still being tallied. Roof collapses like this church in Silver Spring, Maryland. Crashes and spinouts over the weekend, like this accident between a snowplow and a train in Stamford, Connecticut. And more than 24 fatalities, including an Ohio teenager killed sledding, and a woman and child who died in this car in New Jersey of carbon monoxide inhalation while trying to stay warm on a street as the father was shoveling the car out. Severe coastal flooding that wrecked shoreline towns in New Jersey and Connecticut, but also stories of rescues of the motorists who were spun out in snowbanks, stranded for agonizing hours on highways in Kentucky and Pennsylvania. Officials in Washington are upset with comparisons to New York and assertions that D.C. hasn't bounced back as quickly.
We're doing everything we can down here to get our city back where it needs to be. I see the efforts of all of the crews that are out there day and night, 24 hours a day.
Airports are offering at least partial service in New York, Philadelphia, and Washington.
My flight looks good so far.
But still, hundreds of cancellations or delays, and many suburban train and metro stations are still closed.
Things are not entirely normal today, but a lot of the city is operating well.
But not problem-free. This empty school bus got stuck in Queens, New York, and it took several people to push this car out in D.C. Officials in Washington are warning residents not to risk their health shoveling, not to push snow into the street, and not to walk in the streets. D.C. officials say there are large temporary snow piles on street corners. Motorists have little or no visibility rounding those turns and suddenly encounter pedestrians or vehicles right in their path. Some pedestrians say they've got nowhere else to go.
The sidewalks out there are totally unshoveled, so it's not like you have a lot of choice.
With so much snow, a huge logistical problem is where cities will put it all. D.C. is putting some of it into dump trucks and then creating small snow mountains in a stadium parking lot.
Oh, it's a horror show. It's just, there's no way to keep up with it right now.
Tons of snow are being dumped here at the parking lot of RFK Stadium in Washington, creating these small snow mountains almost as far as the eye can see. But officials tell us they're not just going to let this stuff sit here. They're bringing in what's called a snow melter, a large machine that can melt, we're told, up to 60 tons of snow per hour. Brian Todd, CNN, Washington.